Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taddy G and this channel is all about me taking you guys along for the journey with me as I build this clothing brand and also dropping tips, tricks, gems and all that good stuff. I had a question in my comments recently, which was what made you quit your job and take your business up full time? Instead of replying, I thought, let me make a video about it because it's not exactly simple. There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of forward and backwards. And I just want to share that experience with you. A lot of the time, people will leave their jobs to take up self-employment full time, but it's not always like, oh, I'm gonna quit my job today and that's it, because my journey wasn't like that. Please be sure, guys, to be subscribed to my channel, hitting that like button, dropping a comment. If you're fully self-employed, let's discuss it in the comments. And also, guys, please be following me on Instagram. I really want to up my Insta followers. I want to get to 2,000 followers on Instagram, so please be following me there. Let's get into this. So like mentioned, I didn't quit my job in a straightforward manner. So I think the best place to start is in 2018. So okay, let me talk briefly about what happened when I finished uni. So between 2016 and 2018, I was kind of like floating, didn't really know what I was going to do with myself. I knew that I didn't want to do engineering, but at the same time I still needed to like make a bit of money. So during that time I was working odd jobs, so mainly like with kids in nurseries, and really around that time I was only working to like just fund my lifestyle. In all honesty, like all I cared about was going out to eat and going on holidays. That was like around the time where I was like going on party holidays and just enjoying life with my friends. I was young, I was in my early 20s. 2018 came around and actually it was more like towards the end of 2017. That's when I got my first proper 9 to 5, or it's like 9 to 6 job, and I was an engineering intern at I don't want to say what company it was just in case I get to work with them in the future, you know, Shiva X, this brand. But it was a high-end, luxury Italian fashion house, and I was working in their head office as an engineering intern. Around this time, I was also doing the Princess Trust Enterprise program. I have a whole video about that program. Be sure to click that video. I'll try and link it up here. I had already been doing that, and they give you, I think it's like 13 months to like complete the whole like program. So when I started working my 9 to 6, I didn't have much time to commit to doing that program. So just bear that detail in mind. At this job, I was on a 6-month contract. At the end of the 6 months, they decided that they didn't want to renew my contract. I don't think it was a them thing. It was more a me thing, because hey, like 2 months towards the end, I had kind of checked out, because it was also nearing the end of my Princess Trust Enterprise like 13-month deadline. So I was also trying to like focus on doing the last few bits in order to get to business launch group, which is where you pitch your business and you like get the funding to do your business. So like it was like trying to balance two things. I was trying to start my clothing brand whilst balancing the 9 to 6. Now I know a lot of you guys probably do that anyway, but me, I couldn't. And also the idea of working for people, it didn't sit well with me anyway. So at the end of that 6 months, I was let go. I feel like I was fired. I just didn't like the fact that I didn't have the option to stay even if I wanted to stay, despite the fact that I probably wasn't going to stay anyway, because did I like working there? Not really. I was okay leaving. So at that point, that's July-ish 2018, I decided to take on Shiva full time. I went to business launch group at the Princess Trust, so I was given my funding. So my funding was also aimed at allowing me to survive as well. So I had like a survival budget within the funding as well. So I tried to take up Shiva full time. Was I ready? No. Was I ready financially? No. But I took that plunge. When it got to like December 2018, January 2019, I was really, really struggling because I was at the beginning of my business journey and I was really, really struggling and I really needed a job. I didn't like being broke. When I want to do stuff and I can't because I don't have money, it wasn't for me. So I started applying for jobs again. In March, I got a job and it was a 9-to-5 and it was for a startup. And I think this job was the best kind of job that I could have possibly have got at that time. It was close to home, so it was like a 25-minute drive, which was amazing because it meant that I could be back home for like 5:30 and start working on my business. Like I said, it was a startup, so I was learning how to run a business. I was learning what to do, what not to do, and it was the longest job that I had ever kept. And it was a really, really good job. But to be fair, at one point during that job, I did almost get fired. So it was like my review and she was like, I'm gonna let you go. And I was just like, why? And she was like, because I feel like you're not bringing much creativity to your role. I was fuming because I felt like my ex-boss at the time was not allowing me to be as creative as I wanted to be in the role. Like every single time I'd have an idea, she'd be like, yeah, we're gonna do it this way. For her to then come back and say to me, you're not bringing enough to the table, I was just like, you must be joking me. You must be taking the piss. So then when I explained to her how I felt, she then withdrew her firing me basically, and I stayed and I feel like she grew fond of me. I don't actually know if she watches my videos, but yeah, I feel like she grew quite fond of me and I began to almost see her like as a mentor as well. And when I did actually leave the role, she did say that I could holler at her anytime. Yeah, left that job on a really positive note. What made me actually leave that job? Well, I basically had no choice. So it was December. So I got this job in March and it was now December. And I'd been offered this amazing opportunity to pop up in Paris. I had used all my holiday days, which is why like employment would never work for me because I like a holiday. So come December, I had no more holiday days left. And I had this pop-up that was going to be in Paris and it was for a week. So I had to make a decision of like, it's either I stay and give up this opportunity or I quit and go and live my best life in France doing this pop-up. At that time, I wasn't fully honest about my like double life that I was living. Like I was trying to be an entrepreneur whilst doing a 9-to-5 at the same time. I wasn't exactly honest with her. And I feel like I wasn't honest because where her business was so small, I feel like she really wanted somebody that was dedicated to growing with the business, which I wasn't quite. Yeah, December comes and that's when I was honest with her and I spoke to her about this opportunity and she basically said, go for it. She said, I could easily give you the holiday days and tell you you can come back, but I don't want to be your safety blanket. And if you're going to succeed in business, you have to go full out. You have to go 100%. You have to work out, how am I going to make the money to pay for things in business? And she said, if you have a safety blanket, the drive, the motivation is not going to be there. So she said, go, fly, make your money, do your business. And that's what I did. So that was in December of 2019. Was I ready to quit? No. Was I financially ready? Again, no. And if you've watched my How I Lost £20,000 video, around that time where I left that job, that's when that madness was happening. So I definitely wasn't financially ready. So come January again, 2020, I was looking for work again. I wouldn't say I was disappointed in myself. It was a thing where to sustain the life that I want to live, I needed to have additional money. So I was doing part-time work for my uncle's company. And then come March, the pandemic. And you know, that was the last time I worked for my uncle because I couldn't bring myself to catch the train all the way to the offices. So I just didn't return to that role. And since then, I haven't returned to work. That was the end of me working for anyone. Running a business during the pandemic, an online business, was quite good. Sales were okay and I was able to sustain myself. And then in September of 2020, that's when I decided to start this YouTube channel where I'm documenting my journey into starting my brand. So when I started this YouTube channel, the aim was to help people start their clothing brand, but at the same time also increase awareness of my clothing brand. I didn't realize that I could, I guess I had an inkling that you can make money from YouTube. But if you watch videos of how much small creators make on YouTube, it's peanuts. So I knew you can make money, but I didn't realize that you could make money. So I got monetized on YouTube in February of 2021. So how many months is that? October, November, December. 5 months after I started YouTube, which is quite quick. Obviously, some people have done it quicker. I wanted to do it in 3 months, but 5 months is cool. And then I started earning money from AdSense. And it was a decent amount of money. And then I started getting deals for people that wanted me to create sponsored content for them. And they were paying really well. Like my first check on here for sponsored video was a very good check. And without realizing, I started forming another safety blanket, exactly what my ex-boss told me not to have. I fund my lifestyle from YouTube, from the money that I make from YouTube, sponsored posts and stuff like that. And it means that I can reinvest money into my business using money from my business. That's kind of sort of how I'm here doing this full time. I guess you could say that I don't really do my business full time, but I am fully self-employed because YouTube, although it wasn't meant to be a job, feels like a job now. Yeah, that's basically how I quit my job to take this full time. So in a way, I had no choice. Advice for you guys, I guess, if you're at that point where you don't know whether to quit or not, don't do it me, because you need to quit your job when you're actually financially ready and you have like money saved for rainy days, because there are going to be rainy days. The way I took the plunge wasn't really smart. It wasn't intelligent. It wasn't an intelligent decision, but it's worked out for me because I formed another safety blanket, which is YouTube. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And please guys, be sure to show love and follow me on my social media, Taddy_G, and then the Instagram for my brand, Shura. I'll catch you very soon. Bye.